How's it going, everybody? DonkeyBalls here, and I would swear it was a lot lighter before. There we go. How's it going, everybody? Oh my God, it's dark. No, it's pretty good. How's it going, everybody? My name is DonkeyBalls, and today I'm going to be reacting to the Nostalgia Critic commercials. Stuff from this, I guess commercials from what? From the 80s, 90s to today's, or even far back than that. I can't remember from what I've been told. And as you can see, I'm a little high. So before every video, these reaction videos, I'm going to do a little bit of this. So you know this channel's not, well, some videos I have are for kids, others are not. This is not one of them. And what better way than to top it all off with my trusty golden bullet. I know in the last video I said golden gun, but gold bullet. That's a toke. I passed from me to my viewers. Let's get started.
Joe's in trouble. No, couples are in trouble.
Oh. Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it's a home.
Zebra cakes and Tostinos.
Ever since last week, the comments made by the director of My Pet Monster, I've been doing a little thinking. Asking myself some questions. Like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Is this really where I want to be? Pathetic loser? So I do what I always do when I get really depressed. I watch old nostalgic TV.
Sergeant Slaughter, you represent a simpler time, when your last name could also represent illegal war crimes, or when your biggest problem was not collecting the latest action set.
Fight the good fight, Sergeant Slaughter.
My heroes in a half shell are making a surprise. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pies.
Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pies. I remember when the line fresh from the sewer actually sounded appetizing.
Fresh from the sewers to you.
God, is this the only thing to bring me pleasure? Just pure pathetic nostalgia? I'm a wreck!
Aw, there, Critic. It's not so bad.
It is so bad! Get out of here!
Fine. I'm a dinosaur.
Thanks, Rob.
Fucking commercials. What is it about them that draws me to them? They're so conniving and yet so inviting. It's like they're in their own little world, a world that wants to be nice to you but scam you at the exact same time.
That's true.
Something about
That
them
is true.
strangely gives me comfort.
I can actually watch these ads all day.
Actually, it's not a bad idea. Maybe I need to take a break from nostalgic movies and nostalgic TV shows and take a look at the stuff in between. I mean, I loved commercials growing up. They got me excited for all the things I'd pester my parents over until their ears gushed with blood. Every time you watched them, you felt like you were making a deal with them. You buy their products, and they in return deteriorate your intelligence and physical health. It was a good trade. How can such cunning manipulation go unappreciated? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take this whole episode, I'm just gonna watch commercials. Yeah, this is a tribute to all the plastic, sugar-coated nonsense that we loved growing up. This is a segment I like to call After These Messages.
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 We'll be right back.
I'm not gonna go in any order or time to
That
get
way
with
I
any
think I
theme.
played
It's just
only
gonna be
once
commercials.
when I was a kid.
So, let's get started.
Growing up in the 90s.
Apple Jacks.
You remember these commercials, right? It always starts off with a group of kids eating the cereal, and some snooty know-it-all always asks why they like eating it if it doesn't taste like apples. Which is a good point. Why the hell doesn't it taist like apples?
That's
It's like your
true.
Cocoa Puffs tasted like Oat Bran. It's kind of false
That's
advertising.
true. That's true.
Yes, we'll see if he's cool by subjecting him to the Apple Jacks test.
Not the Apple Jacks test.
It's the Apple Jacks test!
Holy shit. Because
They just do.
You have chosen wisely.
Kellogg's Applejack cereal is part of this complete preference.
And then they all end with the kids taking a picture together. But my absolute favorite is the caption at the bottom. Applejacks 94.
I was 4 years old
Somebody actually looked
when
at
that
this
came
picture
out,
and
but
called
but
it
that played
Applejacks
through.
94. As if to
So
say,
like when I was like
"Yeah,
6 or
I
7.
remember that summer.
I
That was
believe.
the summer of Applejacks. The summer where anything was possible. The summer where boys became men and girls became women. That was Applejacks. I know. I wrote it on a picture. Do you think the kids from It did that? Like when they all took that picture together, they simply labeled it the summer of Applejacks 54? You know, instead of the summer of, oh my god, a killer clown, a fucking killer clown, don't ever forget the killer clown, a killer clown. It could happen.
Kellogg's Applejack cereal is part of this complete preference. I don't know what should be in here. We eat what we like.
We eat really well. I remember.
How about Popples? That was a clever idea. It was a series of sports balls that could be turned into cuddly creatures.
I got a Popple. I got a Popple.
This raises a few questions, though. Like, why were they playing with a furry pillow-like ball to begin with? Hey, you got our basketball? Oh, wow, that's a hairy fucker. It doesn't bounce in the slightest. This'll do as well. And then, of course, when they go after the ball,
I got a Popple.
well, shit, he's got a supernatural creature that hasn't been discovered by science yet. But where's that darn ball? Also, I felt bad playing with these because I always felt like I was giving the Popples a migraine. I mean, you're kicking them around, throwing them. Doesn't that hurt? The Popples wouldn't come out like this. They look more like this.
Oh,
But oh well. You can't fault it on still being a clever product. Okay, I don't know what the fuck this kid is on, but I want some.
Hey, it's stuff like that.
He likes Skiggles' funny face. There's fudge and vanilla cream in each one.
My God, people stoned out of their minds don't laugh this hard.
I'm stoned right now, but
Are you gonna eat that?
Turn the gas off! Turn the gas off!
please do. Yes.
This ad was
I created an
unbelievable.
idea
This
for a
is like
show
one of the most
based
fucking
on the
epic
theme
commercials
song
ever put
by
on
itself.
television.
The ultimate challenge. Crossfire.
Look at it. It's set in this apocalyptic future where the fate of the world rests in the hands of two kids who sit at a table and throw marbles and even bigger marbles. It's like the world of Tron if it was run by Lucas. It's the most badass commercial
Yes,
ever.
yes, yes.
Go, Billy! The fate of Armageddon lies in your hands!
Oh my god. Yes.
Santa has a very special Christmas.
Before I go any further, when I first saw this commercial, not when I was a kid, but in my later adult years, I actually wrote and I wanted to direct a YouTube only show. And literally, I named my second channel after the name of the show, but Crossfire was going to be like the chapter of it. You know, it was going to be all live. It wasn't animated. We were going to film it on site, but it never took off. It was supposed to be like a kind of almost like that, like a future where you got laser guns instead of, you know. Well, this is my story though. Where you're given electric guns, like laser tag. But in this universe, they disband projectile-based weapons and such. So it's like a distant future where bullets are no longer a thing. Alright. More on that some other day. So let's get back to this commercial.
Message he wants everyone to hear.
I don't think they do these anymore, but a long, long time ago, they used to have hotlines for everything.
Yes.
Call 1-900-909-4300. $2 first minute, 45 cents each additional.
Look at that. Just $2 for the first minute and only 45 cents every additional minute. It's pretty fucking costly for the 1980s.
And Santa needs your help to spread the Christmas cheer.
And
Be a
90s.
Santa's helper.
Yeah, I always remember you call him up and some jerk-off would talk as slowly as possible so that he could make sure that he eats up your time and your fucking money. What a dick cock.
Get your parents parents permission to call Santa's special phone number now.
Actually, this sort of takes on a different meaning nowadays, doesn't it?
Yes.
When you make a call that costs money, there's usually a different idea behind it. And the idea of Santa being a part of that is pretty freaking creepy.
Oh my
You've
God.
reached Santa's hotline. Have you been a naughty little boy? I bet you have. What are you wearing, naughty little boy? I have a candy cane in my pants for you. Get naked.
God.
Speaking of Santa, how many of you get nostalgic whenever you see this commercial every year?
Yes.
It's practically a staple of Christmas now.
Yabba dabba brew, delicious stew. Ho ho ho, I'm hungry. Santa, my pebbles, your pebbles. 'Tis the season to be sharing,
Oh
Fred.
my God.
Happy holidays, pal. Oh, Fred. Hey, Fred, how can we celebrate Christmas if Jesus isn't born yet? Just eat your fucking cereal.
Get this, when Nintendo was all the rage, they actually made a Nintendo cereal. Yeah, it wasn't a Mario cereal or a Zelda cereal, it was just Nintendo in general. What a weird idea. It's kind of like making internet the cereal, isn't it? Though it would probably be the first cereal where you have to be over 18 to eat it. And it wasn't just called Nintendo cereal, it was called the Nintendo Cereal System. What the hell does that mean? Do you really have to put the word system at the end? Are we really gonna confuse this Nintendo for another Nintendo?
Nintendo Cereal System is a super part of this nutritious breakfast.
Oh, you meant Nintendo the Entertainment System. I thought you meant Nintendo the animatronic horse that only eats toothpaste and circus midgets. He's very big and sweet.
Somebody, please make that thing and call it Nintendo. That's $1 million idea. I bet my money on it.
It was kind of cool because it was technically 2 cereals in one. That means there were 2 bags in
used
each
to have
box.
boxes that were like
remember
that.
it was kind of a pain. Once you open the bag, you can't really close it. So if you open both of them and poured it out, you'll get double the cereal all over the place. Maybe that's why it didn't last so long, because half of it was on the floor instead of the bowl. Well, if it had Nintendo on it, you know we were going
That's
to
because
love
you're
it.
supposed to only open one bag.
Just like today, fast food joints handed out toys with their kids' meals. And sometimes you get a cup like these He-Man ones here at Burger King. They always told epic stories, or at least as much as they could, being on a cup. But here's my favorite part of this commercial. The kids get the cups, and what do? Use them as swords. Man, those must be some pretty ghetto kids.
Yeah.
I mean, was a stick really too expensive to use as a sword, so you have to use these? Were these your birthday gifts right after they took you to your party at the dollar store?
Oh,
Hardcore
no.
kids, really hardcore.
Come on, guys, there's work to do. Let's move.
I don't know what this kid's problem is, but he cracks me up. Listen to him. He's taking fun time just a little too friggin' seriously. Calm down, kid. You're building sandcastles and Lincoln logs. You're not a contracted construction worker. Where are these kids even hanging out with them? All he's doing is yelling at them all day. It's like a junior Sam Kinison.
Oh.
Come on, guys, there's work to do. Let's move.
I have to support a wife and kids working with you bozos, so let's get it revised!
Diggers and trucks, power mixer, crane, and hard hats, each sold separately. Batteries not included. New from Rebel.
Oh God.
Hell yeah, Transformers. These were the coolest toys out there.
They're so-
Even if they did take an hour to figure out how the fuck they worked. They were still awesome, and we loved every minute of them.
I
The
thought
coolest
the
one of these
insect
commercials
ones
was the
were-
Insecticons, the robots that looked like insects.
I thought they were
Because
called
goddammit,
Predacons.
I like to think Tom Hanks influenced something in the movie big. Yeah, we heard his idea and we thought it was awesome. And it kicked ass to suddenly see these things around.
Yeah,
Something that used to be in
they're not
every
called
Transformer
insect
commercial
toys
was an
or
awesome
something.
but
They're
kind of
Predacons.
creepy moment when the kids would say the robots in disguise line.
Jesus!
I mean, it's cool, but it's also pretty freaky. It's like the kid got possessed by the devil or
I
something.
know.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
He looks like a racist. I was never good at I was
Yeah,
never
can't
good
go
at that
wrong with
game.
this game. And the song, it turns out, was pretty catchy too. If you haven't played this game, then you have no childhood. This game was entertaining then, and it's still entertaining now. If you're waiting for the dentist and they have it in the little toy basket. But it still counts! Kind of a lame joke they would do is that they would find as many puns they could do with the word for.
For real, for everyone. Relax.
Fortissimo.
For winning. Forget it. Forgive me.
Yeah, those were good, but let's see how far we can really push it.
For real, for everyone. Relax.
Cool candles.
Forever.
What else can you say but
For
solid
Fro.
game with a solid ad?
Connect 4 from Milk Cradle.
Oh god.
Tia.
I had one of those.
Boring thing in the entire friggin' world.
Yes.
I was
regretted
fascinated by
buying it.
kids who had Chia Pet. You know how they say something is so boring that they'd rather watch grass grow? Well, now they made a toy out of it. They
Well,
made a
it's not
toy
a
out
toy,
of
but
watching
it's like
grass
something
grow.
like for
That's
kids to
how
do
bored
pottery.
apparently we got. And just look at this incredible selection they had.
Well, to break it one thing down, it wasn't that it was a toy for you young kids, you know, you little jitterbugs don't know nothing. Back then, you know, it was something like for kids can do, and for some reason it was so popular in the '90s. I decided to, and they weren't that expensive to be honest. Back in the day, they were like, they were almost like $5. I mean, you know, like $5, maybe $6 for one of these, so it wasn't even that bad. But I remember I got one of Chia Elephant because at the time I loved elephants. I still love elephants. I love all animals, but then I figured out what they represent in the government. But apart from that, I think the animal is adorable. Now then, one thing is that I used to have these, and it was true. You had to put it in a bowl of water overnight. And when I tell you, man, the whole seeds thing, that's a load of crap, man. You know how hard it was to actually spread the seeds on that thing? Because on the sides of those things, on the sides of the Chia Pets, there were these little ridges to keep kind of separate. So it's not like a smooth. I think it ends up seeing it in the commercial, but then you spread the seeds, and then there's a hole on top. You fill that up with water, and I don't know how it works. I mean, it's complex, you know, because the whole thing is made of pottery. You know, it's like, how is there a way for the plants to grow? And over time, they started growing little by little. It got to a point where they didn't even grow anymore, and my Chia Pet was never this fluffy.
Chia teddy bears, puppies, kittens, rams, bulls. There's even a Chia tree.
Tree? They actually put a tree in there?
I
It's
remember-
already a fucking tree. It does nothing except grow. That's all a tree does.
Tia.
Chia Pet, the pottery that grows.
If you liked it, good for you, but don't be surprised if you have a sudden fascination with Chia paint drying. And for the love of God, don't invite your friends over to watch it. You will be pitied.
Tia.
Bullshit.
And just how they grow.
This is the Micro Machine Man presenting.
Oh, this guy is
Whoa,
awesome.
whoa.
He started off as the FedEx man and moved on to a toy called Micro Machines, which sadly I don't think exist anymore.
Cruiser, mini micro machine vehicles, planes, and boats to the police station, the marina, the mini motorcycle repair shop, the gas station, the construction office, work, the wheel working drawbridge, highway, passenger ramp, and garage doors.
This guy is an advertiser's dream come true. He gives out all the information you need in seconds, literally seconds.
The dramatically exhaled, truthfully trimmed replica of the real thing that holds 25 micro machines with fabulous, fantastic features, 2 totally terrific elevators, real working hoist, runway, and 2 cargo arms.
Every time he came on TV, you felt like you were doing ecstasy. Everything just seemed so fast, and everything else moved in slow-mo after he was done.
And these playsets fit together to form a perfectly precise micro machine world.
Billy, it's Mother. Come to dinner.
Oh,
The micro machine man here, aircraft carrier there. You can't have that, but you can have this.
Thank God this guy doesn't do audiobooks.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep no more, and by his sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shock. That flesh is hair too, 'tis a consummation. Devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come. But we.
oh my God.
The toys were awesome, and this guy was awesome. Let's hope they both make a comeback sometime soon.
But remember, if it doesn't say micro machines, it's not the real thing.
Oh, help. I
Speaking
overdid
of
it.
awesome, why the hell is there no more Ecto Cooler in the world? This was like
I
the
heard they
coolest
were
drink
bringing it
ever.
back.
And by God, it was the only good thing that Snot Bubble Slimer ever produced.
I see Ecto Slime your super food drink.
Though speaking of which, what are we supposed to to assume that stuff is. I mean, did the best thing to come out of Slimer literally come out of Slimer? Oh my god, we could be drinking Slimer splooge! He already sort of looks like a giant sperm. It's like the sperm of a sperm, or... No, I don't want to think about it.
Actually, back in the day, a lot of us kids actually thought that the drink, because it also came around in the 90s. Us 90s kids, we didn't know about Ghostbusters until like a couple months later when we were finally introduced to it. But I remember a lot of times when we would drink anything green like this, and it's like all sludgy and everything, we actually thought we were drinking flubber. Because at the time when this commercial came into our generation, flubber had already been a thing. And so, me, my brother, our friends, every time we would drink anything green like that, we just thought that we're like drinking flubber, and if it was green Jello, we thought we were eating flubber. You know, I guess for us, anything just green and liquidy, we just called it flubber back in the day. It was cute, but you know, at the same time, it seems now as an adult, you know, getting a little flubber of my own. It asks and raises some questions. And my God, those are fond memories of having a drink green stuff like this that tasted good. Like drinking High C that's green or orange, it tastes like you're drinking Jello that's just going through a straw, and it almost feels like you're chewing it. I like that for some reason. It's like it's thick to be a juice, but it's almost as tough as gelatin. I don't know what it is, but something about High C, the way it's made, it feels like you're eating like goo or drinking goo. Ugh, goo.
Screw it. Whatever it was incredible. And it lasted a real long time, but at some point they discontinued it. And by God, were we pissed off. I keep hearing they're going to make a new Ghostbusters movie sometime soon. And I'm telling you right now, if they do not do a crossover with Ghostbusters 3 and bring Ecto Cooler back, somebody really will be a fucking ghost.
Sorry to disappoint you, Doug, but there was no green flubber. What?
Yes. Be like Billy and take a ride on the wet banana.
Oh.
Yes. Dipping and sliding is a very good thing to do with your wet banana. A very special kind of gang, but yes, slippery wet fun is guaranteed.
Whoa. That's a MILF.
Mom! Get off my wet banana!
Oh my God.
What would Dad say? Mom! Get off my wet banana!
Oh my God.
What would Dad say?
If you're fucking a MILF like that, we call you lucky.
My, that's a fucking big banana. Caution, may hurt some women.
Oh.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
I love Fraggle Rock.
Then why'd you turn it off?
Chris, why don't you read
Oh.
something? But the Fraggles are really fun.
Then why'd you turn the TV off?
Ah, yes, the TV that actually encourages you to read. That's something you don't see very often.
I'm so confident you won't stop watching me that I'm just giving you books. You can't rid your addiction of me. I won't die until the internet's invented. I got 10 more years, suckers.
Magic Potty Baby.
Oh god, not one of these. Quit while you're ahead commercial. You might be able to sell it if you stop now.
Help me with your training, fancy, make me so proud. Your potty.
Oh, nasty!
Couldn't salvage it.
Go!
It's fun to help Magic Potty Baby
Couldn't
learn to use
salvage
her
it, could
potty.
you?
No, it's not. It's fucking gross. God, they say boys can be disgusting. Ugh.
Magic Potty Baby. I'm so glad.
Don't kiss it. You don't know where it's been.
Potty Baby and her magic potty. No water, no mess.
Just pray that thing doesn't have to go number 2.
Oh, Tycho.
There, I spent all my time watching no nostalgic movies and no nostalgic TV shows.
Oh my God. I didn't even know Tycho made toys like that. I mean, I remember Zaf Creation did. but not Tycho. I remember Tycho for being like the Crash Test Dummies. The Incredible Crash Dummies, not Crash Test Dummies. That's a band. Not a very good one either. Oh, except for that one song. My God, I am stoned. Every chance I got stoned. Alright, until next time, I'm gonna get more high, and then I'm gonna do some more reaction videos. So, like, comment, subscribe. Let's ignore this part. Subscribe!